Hey there everyone, and welcome to another PeaceNet Dev update. And in this one, I'm going to be showing off yet another weird bug, but also a bug fix from yesterday. So this is going to be a pretty quick one. Basically, all I've worked on so far is the terminal. So I'm hoping this is working. As you can tell, I have a different host name from what I had yesterday. And that is because, well, if I go /etc/hostname, no, that's not going to work. That will work. So if I go cat hostname, you'll see that it is actually written something else than what it was yesterday. So I managed to actually change the hostname in this build. And, well, I got console redirection working. So, if I do echo hostname into /etc/hostname, if I could type, you'll see that my hostname changes. And there was a very weird bug yesterday where if I do help into /etc/hostname, yesterday this would simply write the entire output of help to the hostname file, and that would become your hostname. So basically, every time you asked PeaceNet, "Hey, what's my hostname?" you would get back that. So I fixed that, and now it just outputs the first line in the file. And in fact, if I do cat hostname, you're gonna see the command help. So that's something interesting. But basically, it all works. So echo localhost into hostname, and you can specify relative paths, you can do absolute paths, all that stuff works. You can even write directly to the home directory, which I don't know if it's possible on Linux. It probably is. Don't see why it wouldn't be, but I can actually do echo this is a file into /home. No, I can do like that, a little home indicator there, file.txt, and that will write a file to there. So if I do cat and then that same file path, I'm going to see what I just echoed into it, which is kind of cool. And a weird bug with host names, actually, that I just realized is, you noticed how the command help host name is white and bold? Well, if you've got your PeaceNet formatting codes memorized, you can actually create custom colored host names. I'm going to do it quickly and I'm going to demo it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Color. And then, of course, can't forget your white indicator right there into hostname. And that works. Granted, it's going to display very weirdly in the actual desktop panel up here. You can see the actual raw formatting codes displayed in the desktop panel, but for the most part, actually looks pretty cool. I'm sure I could probably implement some way of stripping out those color codes, but you know, it's cool nonetheless. I'm gonna keep it. Now on to something better. Yesterday I showed off the world info computers command, and along with that I showed off the nmap command. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but in yesterday's video I showed off the nmap command. And if I run it, I get a list of list of services that I can hack. Well, I'm going to show you guys another command. SSH debug 193.194.22.194. same as what we entered above into nmap. And if I run this command, it says skipping SSH authentication and going straight to connection. And then we end up as link at link PC. And if I actually do world info NPCs, you see that the last NPC is somehow Link MacGyver. I don't know why my game decided to come up with that, but that's what it is, and we are that NPC right now. We are currently running as Link MacGyver, which is kind of neat, if I do say so myself. And I can do pretty much everything that I can do as a regular player. I can see the desktop. It crashes after a while, because the way Bash works now in PeaceNet is it's in C++. And in C++, we don't actually have a way to read a line of text from the console without doing some weird asynchronous, non-thread safe things that crash the engine in just the right sort of way that this happens. Or when you enter the command doesn't actually run, or stuff like that. So there are some very weird bugs with the game's bash command right now. And as you can see, we've gotten a weird memcopy exception, and we've gotten some stuff going on here. So basically, something through an extension at Visual C++ runtime 140.dll in Unreal Engine 4 editor.exe, and it says access violation reading location and then a really long hexadecimal number. And so basically the engine crashed. We had an access violation, which means something got garbage collected before it could finish being used. And yeah, that's the headache I've been dealing with. And we can look in the stack trace, and we're kind of lucky this time, because we can actually see where it crashed. The stack trace is telling me that the last of my code that executed was the command processor. And we can have a look at what's going on. So args is num1 path. Okay, neat, awesome. Command num1, commands to run, empty, command text, cd desktop. And then for some reason the context variable is optimized. Optimized away from the debugger, despite it being right there. I am feeling like in console is null. That's what I'm willing to believe. No, it's not null. Oh, it is. It is null. Or not null, but none. So it's been garbage collected. UObject name none. So that's cool. User ID is, for some reason, 3. Home directory invalid. So this is a garbage collected console context, which is not really that good. So that's a bug that I'm dealing with right now, and I'm not really entirely sure how to fix it. So, yeah. The game crashes after a while in SSH, and it's very weird, and yeah. So, I probably know how to fix it. Probably not. It's probably as simple as going in here and making a console context property or something, and making sure that we back our console context up before we hand off to So you guys are seeing some live coding, I guess. Current context. Making it a U property tells Unreal Engine 4, if this property exists on this object, do not garbage collect this or this other object. So, okay. So this current context equals in console. I think, not certain, but I think that's what'll do it. Current context. Just making sure I got my code right. Well, nothing like MacGyvering a fix in my game in the middle of a dev update. Oh well. But yeah, that was the weird bug. However, once I get back into it, hopefully I should be able to show you guys that, oh, it wouldn't have saved, but I'll be quick about it and I will show you guys that you can actually mess with NPC systems now with SSH debug and soon actual SSH. And I'll have a password cracker in so that low skilled NPCs will be easy to hack. I'm not editing this video. I'm just gonna sit here watching the game compile. There we go, now it's starting to compile. Or, not starting to compile, starting to run. But, once this is done doing C++ stuff, I'll be able to actually show off what I wanted to. I believe one of the things that's actually making Unreal Engine 4 cry as soon as I get into SSH is that there's a lot of stuff going on with asynchronous stuff, and the game is not being able to tell Unreal Engine 4 that it's still using things, and then Unreal Engine 4 going, oh, this thing isn't used, so I'm going to garbage collect it, and crashes. So, but hey, it's the game compiled, so I'm happy. So, I've got that IP address memorized. That's sad. Man, that is so handy. So, SSH debug 193.194.22.194. We're back in it. So if I go CD desktop, nothing in the desktop right now, but if I do fortune, first of all I can see a fortune, and I can do another one, and the next one I do, I'm going to do fortune into hackser.txt, because I'm elite hackser, and then I can do ls, and then I can cat hackser.txt, and you will see that I have left a little fortune for them. So I'm going to exit, and there's a crash. Not really a crash, but the game not knowing what to do. So, better than before, where we had a mem copy crash, but I have left a little note for that NPC, and when I exit the game will save that NPC and crash. So yeah, a lot of bugs. Okay. Wonderful. Anyway, I'm gonna go get pissed at my code for being buggy, and then inevitably end up porting back into Blueprint so that it's not buggy, and I will see you guys in the next video. There's no bugs in this game. Really. There's no bugs in this game. Thanks for watching.